we try to make good friends with as many people as we can that share the same interest and the same hope for the future of Israel.
Who are our enemies? Who are our friends? This is a question of the first importance for any genuine effort at finding lasting peace throughout the world.
Dr. Ariel Eldad of the National Union Party organized a conference in the Knesset focusing on efforts to resist the current worldwide Islamic jihad, bringing in members of the Israeli opposition and ruling coalition, as well as leaders from around the world.
Secretary of State, foreign secretaries come here, redraw the maps, impose this, impose that, force Israel, asking, demand, give in. To what? Well, they're saying, perhaps there would be peace. You see, the other party will accept Israel and its right to exist if you were to make a little concession.
The resurgence of Islamic fundamentalism and its endeavors to infiltrate African societies on the one hand and government on the other, particularly in Plateau State, has continued to expand the frontiers of terror. From reports about November 28th attacks in Jos, which some have tagged as post-election violence, it has become clear that such violence is carried out by men shouting Allah Akbar as religious places of worship are being touched and ministers of religion are being murdered. People are sometimes forced to flee Plateau en masse, driven away by such murder gangs. These actions are clearly carefully planned and probably financed from outside the country.
Governor Young from Nigeria spoke on the encroaching power of Islam in his own country and its disastrous results.
In 12 of the 19 northern Nigeria states, we have witnessed the outright introduction of Sharia law, that is Islamic law, occasioned by massive destruction of lives and property. This is the Islamic apartheid law, which discriminates against all non-Muslims and which treats women as inferior creatures. And once they have gained the majority in only 7 more Nigeria states, the federal government of Nigeria can be forced to adopting the country's constitution to include Sharia law, which means that in effect, all of Nigeria will then become an Islamic country.
Addressed at the conference was the motivation behind the behavior of those hostile to the Jewish state.
Where is the root? Where are the roots and what is the real issue here? Is this a Islamically inspired hate? Absolutely. And I will address this issue from an Islamic jurisprudence point of view. 700 verses in the Quran refer directly to the Jews and the Christians and in a very degradatory manner. In Surah 5, for instance, verse 82. لِتَجِدِنَّ أَشَدَّ النَّاسَ عَدَوَةً لِلَّذِينَ آمَنُوا الْيَهُودِ وَالَّذِينَ أَشْرَكُوا. The most venomous and the most poisonous, the most hateful, the most evil friends. Those of you who have believed, the most venomous, your enemies are the Jews. Which came first? The Quranic verses, Quranic revelations, or the 1948 so-called occupation?